Hey guys, I'm Brian. Just recently I was able to save a handful of dogs from being euthanized by transporting them in my airplane to a foster home in Nebraska. I did this through an organization called Pilots and Paws, and when I was done I felt really good about myself, but I also started to feel like as pilots there's a whole lot more we should be doing than just saving animals through Pilots and Paws, and that's why I've created a new organization, Pilots and Papaws. That's right. All across the country, there's a lot of older men who are in a real danger. Their families are huddled around their bed in a hospital room, just waiting to pull the plug on Grandpa before he's ready, just so they can cash out his life insurance policy and have a little bit of fun. This is where my organization comes in. Anytime we hear about a senior citizen that's in danger, we step in and remove them from where they're at and try to rehome them into a safer environment. We have hundreds of volunteer pilots on standby, ready to transport grandpas from where they're at into a place that's much safer, and we've got a tried and true three-step process. Step number one, we swoop in and we remove grandpa from the environment that he's currently in. Next, we transport them away from the dangerous area using one of our GTVs, or grandpa transport vehicles. There may be a need to put him in a crate, but don't misunderstand, that's for his own protection. Grandpa's gonna fly very comfortably in the baggage compartment of one of our volunteers' very spacious aircraft, and if he's a good boy, he may get to ride up front with the pilot. I know what you're thinking, what if it's a large breed grandpa that requires a much bigger crate that won't fit in the aircraft? We have a plan for that. We have very special harnesses that will hold Grandpa in place, and we put a pee pad under him to make sure that the plane stays sterile, and then we put a muzzle on him so that he doesn't distract the pilot. Everything we do with Grandpa's comfort and safety in mind. What we're likely gonna do is put him in a foster home, but the ultimate goal is to get Grandpa to his forever home where he can live out the rest of his days and then cross the rainbow bridge on his own terms. We take in all types of Papaws, whether they've been injured, neglected, malnourished. Sometimes we'll find them just walking along the side of a road. You'd probably be surprised to find out how often a family just takes Papa in the family car, drives him out to the middle of nowhere and just abandons him and leaves him. Well, we take those guys, we bring them in, and we give them a happy home. After we rescue Papa, first thing we do is make sure that he's up to date on all of his shots. Then he's gonna get cleaned and he's gonna get groomed. We're gonna give him treats and toys and a little crate that he can sleep in every night. I know it seems cruel at first and he's probably gonna complain a lot, but over time he'll actually get to where he prefers it. Pilots and Papaws will make sure that every grandpa is neutered upon arrival. This is for their own good, otherwise there's gonna be grandpas just running around everywhere saying pull my finger and pulling quarters out from each other's ears. And we do make sure that anytime such a procedure is done on a Papaw, we give them the time to heal properly before they do anything strenuous. I know what you're thinking now, what if they're not able to find a permanent home for this Papaw that I just rescued with my airplane? If we can't find a permanent home, they get to stay at one of our facilities. At our state-of-the-art facilities, Papaws will be given plenty of toys to keep them entertained, and they'll always be exercised by being walked at least twice daily and allowed to play with the others in a shared space where they can socialize and chase balls with other rescues. While the Papaws are in a P&P facility, they're going to be given a lot of positive attention. In addition to the grooming and exercise, we're going to teach them all the cool tricks that every Papaw should know. We're going to teach them to shake hands, we're going to teach them to fetch, we're going to teach them to sit, we're going to teach them to roll over. We're going to teach them everything using only positive reinforcement. We're never using negative reinforcement. Some people have asked, there's one trick that we don't teach. We're not going to teach your Papaw to play dead. This can lead to some confusion and we don't want to accidentally make a mistake and cremate a live one. Again. You don't ever have to worry about one of the Papaws getting confused and wandering away. When we first take in the Papaws, they're microchipped so that they can be found if they wander off. It doesn't hurt them at all. It's done with one simple injection into their belly, so if they're found wandering as strays, they can easily be identified and returned to their foster home. So if you're a Papaw and you notice your family's looking at you a little funny lately, or if you're a pilot and you want to rescue a Papaw who's in danger of being put down before it's time, you might want to look into Pilots and Papaws. It's tax deductible and probably technically not kidnapping. Might be kidnapping. Click this link to see the most recent video upload. Click this link to see a video that YouTube thinks you might like. Click this link to subscribe to my channel.